Okay, welcome to today's live. My name's Adam Wilson Barker. I'm the founder of Innovate Digital Media, and today I'm going to show you our new generative AI social media campaign manager that we've developed. And basically, what the system does is you give it some information as input, and based on that information, it will generate a 7-day social media campaign. It will create 7 individual social media posts and it will also set up a unique landing page for that campaign. There's future functionality that's coming into this where it will be integrated directly with a Facebook API, so it will automatically schedule the post to be posted to Facebook. But for now, I'm going to show you the functionality as it is. And just to say here, this system relies on OpenAI returning the response in a format that we've specified, but it doesn't always do that. So it is possible when we generate this that we might have to generate it a couple of times because OpenAI GPT does not always listen to what it's told to do. So what we're doing here is we can choose the role of the AI. So in this case, we want it to be a marketing specialist. This is a marketing campaign, so it goes without saying it should be a marketing specialist. The tone of voice is professional and authoritative. The subject of the campaign is the £100 off our e-commerce solution. And for the context, what I've done is I've basically copied and pasted from our website some of the information from the description to give it a bit of context on the actual products themselves that are part of this campaign. The discount amount is £100. The related link is a link through to our e-commerce demo store. And then we've got the amount of days. So here we're specifying 7, and what it will do is it will create 7 individual social media posts. We're specifying that the packages that this campaign is relevant to is the e-commerce website design and development packages, and we're giving it a campaign video. So now that we've given it that information, all we need to do is click generate. Now this is where OpenAI could return invalid JSON, which will mean that we'll have to generate it again because it doesn't return the information that we need in a format that we need. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this will go through straight away. So we'll click generate, and this is now sending that information over to OpenAI. And it returns an empty response. So at least you know it's live. So we go again. It is unfortunate that this happens, but this is one of the issues with generative AI. It cannot be repeatable all the time. But once it does return the format correctly, it will generate the campaign, which you will see. And there we have it. So apologies for the delay there. So in this case, what has happened is the AI has returned the information in exactly the format that we need, which has allowed the system to then create the campaign. So what's happened here is we have the title. So the AI has created the title. This is the internal title that allows us to know what this campaign is. And it's created a description. This campaign offers customers a £100 discount on the e-commerce solution package, etc., etc. It's typed Facebook, so this is targeted for the Facebook platform. The discount is £100, and it has decided that this will be the schedule for this campaign. So it starts in 2 days. This is something that's actually told to it that it must start the campaign 2 days after the creation. But it will be a parameter that people will be able to put into the system and say that they can schedule it from whatever start date they want. Manage funnel, I'll show you that in a second. It's automatically created a funnel and a landing page. Now this part is part of future integration. So basically what we do is we pass it the list of allowed objectives that Facebook provides you to determine what the ad campaign, the Facebook ad campaign objective will be. It always chooses conversions. I think there's about 10 different options that it can choose from, and it always chooses conversions. The instructions given to the AI are to ensure that it chooses the best possible objective for this advertising campaign to ensure that the company generates money from it. So it decides conversions every single time. Then we ask it to determine which post out of all of the posts that it's created, which post it thinks is the most effective and that we should actually base the Facebook ads on. So in this case, the indexing goes from 0. So in this case, it's chosen post 1. So 0, 1. This is the social media post that it created that it thinks is the most effective to base the advertising on. So if we go in and have a look at that, all of these are the same, so not the same content, but the information that's related to these posts are all the same. So basically, it creates a title for the post, and then it creates the information, the content that actually goes into the post. This link here, basically what will happen is once these are posted to Facebook, this is the next stage of the integration where this already is a Facebook app, but the integration isn't complete yet. But when we schedule through this system, we basically just click a button and it will schedule all of these posts on the dates that the AI chose. It will automatically replace that with the link to the landing page that the AI created, and I will show you in a minute. And then it's just created some hashtags. It's chosen what time it thinks is the best. Now, at the moment, I'm not sure, 100% sure, if social media posting times has actually been put into its training data. But what we're going to do is in the future version of this, we're going to make it in the settings so that we can physically give it verified information that tells it actual best posting times for certain types of businesses, for certain locations and things like that, that we can feed as context to it. And it can then determine really what is the best time of the day to post this. And the next stage is the image design. So at the moment, I mentioned in the last post, we do have access to DALL-E, but it's not available in our region. So it's not possible for us to automatically generate the images for these campaigns. Even if we could, image generation with generative AI is not 100% at the moment. It's very, very good, but it's not good enough to create professional images, I don't believe, just yet. So although we will have them create these images when we have that availability, we have the option to be able to change these before the posts are actually scheduled to Facebook. So in this case, what it does is it gives us a description of what it thinks is the best image for this social media post. Now, when we integrate DALL-E into it, basically this will be passed to DALL-E, which will then use that information to create the image. Now, definitely one of the drawbacks with generative AI is text. So basically the generative AI for images, it uses what's called diffusion, and it basically starts with the blurred images and removes pixels until it's got as close as it thinks to the actual image. Now, adding text with generative AI onto images, it's a no-go. So we're going to remove that once we integrate DALL-E into it, and we'll have to manually add the text over the top because it just will not work at the moment. It is something that researchers are working on at the moment. It's a priority, but it's not working at the minute with any generative AI models. So at the moment then, we will take that and we will either download an image from our stock provider that matches that, or we will create one ourselves and we'll just upload it here. So if we go back to the campaign. Okay, so again, it's created all of these social media posts, which for each of the 7 days. So the next thing that it does is it's asked to create the funnel for this campaign. So this system is something that we use ourselves to create funnels, and it's quite good. It allows us to manually to quickly create funnel pages, which basically are used with any of our marketing, we direct to that funnel page. And from here, The data that we capture here is anonymous, and it literally only captures the actions itself so that we can then use that information. At the moment, this integration isn't complete, but basically we're creating an AI model where this data from these campaigns, from these funnels, can be piped into another AI model, which can then start to determine which are the most effective funnels, which are the most effective social media posts. And then from the output of that AI model, we can then feed that as context to the campaign creation model and feed it as context so that when we're creating those campaigns, it has actual data of how past campaigns have worked, and it can help it to create more effective campaigns. So here we can see whenever anybody visits the landing page, it will increment the view count, the contact clicks, the video clicks, the URL clicks. So for instance, one campaign might get thousands of visitors, but nobody clicks contact. One campaign might have a lot of video clicks, one campaign might have a lot of URL clicks. Obviously, the ones that we want are the ones that have a lot of purchases. But all of this information is recorded and it's all anonymous, but it will be used to train an AI to make the whole system more effective. So from here we can see an overview of the unique sessions that have hit the landing page, any inquiries that have come through. And again, with the images, they are not automatically generated at the moment, but what does happen is the AI will give us a description of what it thinks should be the background image. Now, part of the instructions that we give it, because basically the landing page that you see in a minute, the AI has decided what are the best settings for pretty much every aspect of it. The text color, the background images, the placement of the sections, which I'll show you in a second. So the instructions that we gave it here is to remember whatever color text you use, you cannot use for the image. So for instance, if it decides that it wants to use a white background image, then it should not use white text because obviously you're not going to be able to see that text. It's been pretty good so far, but again, in some cases, this is generative AI that we're dealing with. In some cases, it messes up and it will create a white background. I'm a little bit concerned here that it's got the white there, because it does regularly choose white as the text color. Main image design, and just to remind again, this was only created yesterday. I literally finished developing this version of it this morning. And then the same for the main image. So the main image you'll see in a minute is an image on the right hand side. It will determine what it thinks that image should be. And then we will either download one from our stock provider or we'll create those images and then we'll just upload them manually to the landing page. So what it's done is it's created the title for the landing page. It's created the namespace, which is a unique address for that landing page. And we passed it the discount, we passed it the YouTube video, we passed it the URL. It's created the URL text and it's created the main text that you'll see on the landing page. Then it's decided what sections and the information to use. So here, section 1 is one of the types of sections that we can use. It's a simple section. It just has one sentence and it has the link, which is the link that we provided, and the AI has generated the title and the section link. Then we have section 2, which is an image carousel basically. And it only creates a title here because we will upload these images manually. As it doesn't know what images are going to be there, then it can't create the image alt tag because it doesn't know what the images will be. So this would be a manual process. And then it creates section 3, which is sort of a breakdown of some of the features. So why choose our e-commerce solution? And then it's got a title. It actually selects a icon from Font Awesome that it thinks is most relevant to that title, and the description, it creates a description as well. And it creates the meta settings and the meta description. I won't go through these again. I went through them in the last live. So the AI has generated all of this, apart from the bits that we gave to it, like the discount, the video, the URL, etc. So for you to see this now, we'll go to the actual landing page. Okay, so the background image, because there's no image created yet, it just uses a default image, which is this image with the question mark. So you've got to remember that this image on the live landing page will be the actual image that the AI designed. It will be created by us at this point, but it will be the image that the AI designed, and that will be there. So from here, it's got the text. So I mentioned before that it always chooses white text mostly, and it has done again. So it's placed the text here, get started. This is how we track the get started clicks, and watch video, find out more, we'll redirect you to the related link that we provided it. So you've got to bear in mind that sort of imagine that that will be a uniquely designed graphic there. It's not going to look like that. And then here we have the information that it gave for section 1 and the link. So it decided learn more was the best text for that. Here is where the images will go. And then we have the category information, the features that it decided on. The available packages, these link through to the actual packages that are part of this campaign. And then it created a call to action for the footer and decided what the text should be, and that links through to the related link that we gave. So that is our the current status of the system anyway, how we are going to be using generative AI to automatically create social media campaigns. And again, it's the start of a larger system which will feed all of this data through to AI to allow it to become more effective, the whole process to become more effective. And the next features to add in is the Facebook integration, automatic scheduling, automatically creating the Facebook ad itself, and publishing everything. So you can see there it does a lot. And so it can really save time on this. And this is really what we're trying to do at Innovate. We use existing and emerging technologies and combine them into systems that can actually help businesses. It's not just about automating businesses, larger businesses. It's about helping the smaller businesses have access to tools that can really help them by saving time and doing things that they don't have knowledge about very easily and very quickly. So that's the end of this demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions, you're welcome to drop us a message or give a reply in the comments. And just to mention, we are actually looking for sales representatives to join our team to work with us on the e-commerce and the AI solutions that we're creating. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you give us a message, and we'll be happy to speak to you about that. But for now, I will leave you with this, and we'll probably see you in a couple of days with some more innovative systems.